go ahead and do our warm-up. It's not too bad out. I mean, feels cool again. It's just once you stop, that's when you really feel it. Should not be dusty, just because there's not a lot of people out here, short of that guy right there, but we'll pass him. So some of the improvements, I don't know what that's all about. But I guess that's the new way around right there. So you can see they've done a lot of grading here. This used to be a lot more difficult. Right now it's pretty much just a graded road. It's still got loose stuff and it's still, you know, but it's very big bike friendly now for this route because of all the grading they've done. I can only imagine they're trying to make it more family friendly so that people can go out with their kids and stuff and have roads that they can take. So this is would be the heavy metal for a beginner route that we'll be doing right now to demonstrate what it's like and the improvements they've done. You know, they've totally graded this whole thing out right here, which don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. It's some loose rock, but yeah, they completely graded this out. This used to be, you know, rutted and drops and stuff. I'd be curious to see what they did here. Same thing. They completely graded this out. It's a little loose, but it's definitely been smooth and been graded. You can see they've done a little berm work on this. Honestly, it's a little loose. That looks like they've totally graded this out. Let's take a look. You still have this, so yay. But coming up to that has been totally graded out. We'll see what the rest of it looks like. Let's take a look down here. Yeah, they've graded it out. This is still a little loose. So they really haven't done much to this. This stays as it is, like it's always been. Just got some loose rock. We'll see what the rest of this looks like. I can only imagine they've graded this whole road here, which if I'm not mistaken is the green loop. Yeah, look at that. They've graded all that. Yeah, green loop. Green loop's been all graded out. You can see this is all freshly graded. It's got some loose stuff on it, but you can see they moved all the rocks over there. Let's see, this used to be a fun little challenge, but now it's like a piece of cake. You just roll over it. So really big bike friendly. Short of just flat gravel roads, it'd be a good one for you to learn some skills. Yeah, they completely graded this out. No shelf anymore. Still have the jump. I guess you could say they neutered this route. I mean, it was a really fun route to take on the bike. It's a little loose right now just because of all this new grading that they've done. So we'll have to see. Yeah, they completely graded this out. This used to be a it's a little muddy right now. Let's see what this out is. Oh yeah, the out is a piece of cake. This used to be a fun little thing here. They've cut back a lot of trees. Let's see how badly they've neutered this run, because this is the heavy metal run. So it looks like they haven't really touched this part of it. We'll see once we get over here. This is still as it used to be, you know, rocky, loose. Got a berm, and then this, yeah, so this is all pretty much, they filled in a rut or two. But this is the fast section. It's a little sandy, but you know. So it's been slightly improved, but not a lot, because it didn't really need a lot, in my opinion. They just filled in some ruts. So we'll see how far they take this. So they didn't touch this, which is nice. You got a little shelf there that you can take. Looks like they graded this part coming up here a little bit. Just smoothed it out, filled it in. We'll just have to see if these improvements are an improvement or a complete neutering. I think for beginners, it's great. I mean, you still have stuff like this, so you still have this. They graded this out a little bit. It's not as challenging as it used to be. You had to pick your line. Pretty much, you can go anywhere over there. So, for those of you that want to bring your bike out for the first time, not bad. You still have the shelf here, which is nice. You still have this shelf, but then they totally graded this out, which was just kind of ruddy. Let's see what they did up here. Yeah, see, they're filling in some of the ruts. All right. So it looks like they didn't do much. They might have graded that a little bit, but I'm not sure. So we're going to go ahead and take this loop and see where this runs to. Yeah, you can see they graded that all out. They did some grading here too. So this used to be a fun little, you had to pick a line, but now it's just like, whatever. All right, so we'll continue on this loop. So this will bring us back to the water, but then we're gonna go up Lazy Man. So we'll see if Lazy Man is like Sleeping Man now. See what they did here. They kind of graded it out a little bit. You know, you can go through the pit or you can go around it. So this used to be the line that you would take, because that line was just a big pit, water pit, mud hole. And this wouldn't be a bad one for, let's say you wanted to train on your dual sport, like the 300 DR, KLXR, whatever, KLR. Yeah, so they graded this out. Haven't done much with that. Let's check out the rear brake here. Yeah, pretty much the same. We'll have to look at the footage. You know, it didn't stall. I think it stalled because of the reaction of the foot brake with the clutch in was it's stronger. But you can still lock the rear end up with the handbrake. So yeah, graded that out. Okay, so that's Valley Road. We're gonna go back here and see. It's been a while since I've taken this run. Beautiful wildflowers still. But yeah, you can see, graded out. They graded out all this. Let's see what they did here. Well, it looks like a brake. Okay, so this is the Lazy Man. So I took a detour, but still, you know, because the whole scenery thing is changed. I mean, look at this. There's your pond down there. So this used to be okay, so we'll be going up Lazy Man here. Alright, so we should have came out back there, but that's alright. So let's see what they did to Lazy Man. It looks like they graded that portion, but they didn't touch this portion that much. Wow. Oh, that's just the brake. Well, you can see how loose it is because it's all fresh. I mean, I'm sure when some Jeeps and a lot of stuff goes over it, it's going to be, this used to be a wash right here, like a pond that usually went around. Freshly graded here. So we're on Lazy Man. Turkey Run. Yeah, so here we go, Lazy Man, totally graded out. A little loose because again, it's fresh graded. Give it some time. But yeah, all graded out. Some jumps. I mean, look at that. You got some jumps there. That's nice. I like that when they put in flowy runs like this, that they actually put some jumps that you can actually get some air off of. Okay, now let's see what they did here. This used to be not really difficult. They've left those two, so this one right here, they've left that alone. That one's a little challenging, but this is completely graded out. So it's flowy. And then this one you had to navigate because there were a lot of ruts and puddles and ponds, but they've completely graded this out. So Green Loop and Lazy Man both are all graded out. And it just may be the process of, you know, starting over and letting new things. I don't know how much they'll be keeping this up, but they've trimmed back branches and cut back stuff. So this is pretty much the same right here. A little bit, you know, filled in some of the ruts. Graded this out, a little bit of loose stuff, but still nothing that a big bike can't handle. So you still got that climb right there, which comes around, and then they've graded this out. It's a little loose, so that could be fun. This is untouched. I'm sure they graded out this area over here. You can still see they've got some bumps they've, I guess, brakes they put in. A little loose. Graded that out. Filled in those ruts. Pretty much filled in a lot of the ruts here. Yeah, they graded this out. You used to have to go around that because it was rutted and graded. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still some gnarly roads here. Okay, so this hill climb used to be a little bit, not really challenging, but now you could just roll right through it. You know, you got lots of options of lines. Before it was like, okay, you got best pick your line. So you can see they filled in ruts, graded this out. I will say it's a little loose just because of all this loam or whatever you want to call it, but it's pretty much graded out flat. Took this little obstacle out right here. And then this used to be a rutted turn. You can see they filled in all the ruts. It's a little loose. And then that's the more difficult. It looks like they haven't touched it from what I can see. They're leaving some of the spurs as is, which is nice. So when I say you have options on the beginner ride, so you could take a lot of these spurs and they're going to be harder than this. So this used to be a hill climb, kind of rutted out thing, and they've totally graded this out. Okay, so then we're going to take the valley road and see what they've done with this. This is just your normal. It looks like they filled in some stuff. And by the way, it's warm out and humid, but I feel fine with the airbag. Okay, so we got Turkey Run. That's the green loop, so that goes back to the camp. They have improved their signage, so you're not like wondering, how do I get back? Well, they gave you that, so they've graded this out. This used to be a fun little, you know, they've taken some of the fun out because I like that kind of rutted where you have to pick your line. Now it's just like roll over it. It is loose, but you really don't have obstacles. So it's been a while since I've taken this loop, so you know, besides some of the ones, the improvements that I saw right off the bat, which is like the entry, they've like doubled the lanes. So there used to be 2 lanes, now there's 4, plus you have pass-through lanes between each lane. Okay, so it looks like they graded this out. This used to be a not hard or anything, it was just fun. Now it's just like you just roll over it. So they've left all this, which again is fairly big bike friendly, but we're getting a little more technical because we're not completely graded out. Looks like they graded this out. You still have this little ledge here, but this is totally a piece of cake. Gonna take a water break up here in a minute. Yeah, this is all easy, graded. Let's see what they did. So this used to be, can't really remember what they did here, but I think that was a mud bog there to the left. They graded this out. You used to have to go around it up to the left. You didn't have to, but it was just easier. This looks like they filled this in and graded this out, because you either had to go left or all the way to the right there on that spur. That spur is like the easy way, so this was the hard way. Looks like they left this. It totally looks different, so it's throwing me off because I'm used to certain obstacles. You know, I think there was probably obstacles here if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you still have some rough stuff there. But this is all, you know, this has all been neutered. And it's probably because they want, you know, be more family friendly for kids and so on, and maybe UTVs and ATVs. I think that's just a go around, and it comes down over there, so you still have some difficulty right there. You can take that, you can come down. Then we have this here. Let's see if they did anything to this. Probably not. This looks the same as it always did. Okay, so then we'll go back up this way. So you got some spurs here, so that's a fun little spur. Brings you into some of the, crosses the riverbeds and stuff. I can't remember if this is a turnaround up here. Man, it's been so long. But this is another, you know, friendly. I didn't bring any navigation, so just going by memory. Yeah, so that spur comes around here. You got a hill climb there. This is fairly easy, which it used to be a lot more difficult. So that's, I think that's a more advanced over there. So I think this is just the turnaround unless you really want to get into some gnarly stuff, which we'll pass for right now because this is showcasing the beginner ride. So we got some harder stuff there. And then we'll check out, so you can go down there and go down that river, which is fairly fun. So all of these little spurs here, like that one just goes around. But this is still just as flowy as it was. There's one of your hill climbs right there. Yeah, she's still locking up. That's good. It'll be stronger when the Recluse because it won't be dragging the engine along with it. So you got those two spurs right there. This is where we came up. You got two hill climbs right there. That doesn't really go anywhere, but it looks like they graded the top. But they're still good hill climbs for practicing. You can go that way or you can go this way. I will say it's definitely sandier than this is the most sandy it's been just because of all the loose stuff that they put on it. But yeah, it looks like they graded this out right here. This is all graded out. Again, very friendly for big bikes. You do have some loose stuff. If you're out here on your 50/50 tires, your dual sport tires, it's going to be a little more just care, but otherwise it's fairly fine. Okay, so I'm just navigating by the signs that they are giving right now. So they've graded this out. I know that this was a way to go. And that's Tro access. I'm not sure what that is. So you can come down here and you can do this. So there's still some fun stuff you can do right here. So you got that riverbed right there. So that's a riverbed run right there. Got some hill climbs to try. All that in there. So options, if you want to be, you know, you're a little, this is a little too tame for you on the ride, you can take that. I think it does come out over here somewhere. Okay, so this comes out and this will complete our loop. We'll finish up over here. So they've graded this all out. This used to be pretty ruddy. Now it's not. We'll stop at at section 2 of this route. So that stuff right there was some of those other trails. They just come back here. I haven't looked at those because I'm sticking to the heavy metal beginner, dual sport beginner. So let's see if they graded this out. Probably no, it looks pretty much the same. You know, rutted, and you got this smooth area here. They might have filled in some of the ruts there. But as you saw, we passed a young man there on the bike, or a young lady, and they're trying to make it more friendly for them, which I understand. Which in turns makes it more friendly for you as a beginner. So this pretty much looks like they graded the outside a little bit, got rid of some of the ruts, but this is pretty much the same. A lot of rock, loose stuff. Got to stay on your toes. These sections can be fast. We'll see what they did with this. So they pretty much left this like it is. There's a lot of embedded rock, some ruts, pretty much unchanged. Then you have this. So you still have the pond there. I'm not sure what they did with it. It's just doing self-correcting itself. They might have graded this a little bit. You still have that shelf there, which meets back around here. So that's a spur. You want to do your shelf practice on this ride? Go for it. It just comes out right up here. Right there. Comes out. So a lot of the road is this hard pack. Just, I'm not going to say rock, but just dirt. It's like, well, this is rock right here, but I don't know what you call this. This might be rock right here, but it almost looks like really compacted clay and dirt. All right, so then that's the loop 1 of this beginner ride. We'll come here, take a break for a second, and we'll do loop 2.